Welcome to Infinite Universe with new interesting episode. Forget everything you know about the electric vehicle world. While companies like Tesla are busy showing off their advanced autopilot systems, and BYD is making headlines for its smart battery technology, something unexpected is happening quietly and without much noise. Far away from Silicon Valley and the factories of China, in a country not often associated with high technology, Russia has made an announcement that could completely change the future of electric cars. There were no loud events or big promises. Just a simple, serious introduction that might mark the start of a new chapter in the global EV market. The electric vehicle market has long been controlled by big names like Tesla, BYD, Rivian, and a few others. These companies are known for their futuristic technology, sleek vehicle designs, and smart driving features. People around the world recognize these brands. But behind all the noise and competition between the US and China, a new player has been slowly preparing something very different. It's a Russian car company, and until recently, nobody really saw it as a serious competitor in the EV race. That's about to change. This new player is called Mosvich, and the model making waves is the Mosvich 3E. Not many people outside Russia have heard of it, but that may change very soon. Russia has never really been known for its electric cars. In fact, many thought the country would never be able to catch up in this field. Russia is usually linked with heavy machinery, strong winters, and cars like the old Lada vehicles that are built to survive, not impress. But now, something different is happening. In the background, Russia has developed an electric SUV that could actually challenge top EV brands like Tesla and BYD. More importantly, it offers something that these big names have struggled to deliver: true affordability. You might be wondering why you should care about a Russian-made electric vehicle. The answer is simple. The Mosvich 3E isn't just another car, it's a statement. It shows that innovation and progress can come from unexpected places. It proves that you don't need to be a tech giant to change the game. The Mosvich 3E is more than a car. It represents a chance to fix one of the biggest problems with EVs today: the high cost that keeps them out of reach for most people. If you look at the electric vehicles people talk about most, like Tesla's Model S or BYD's Dolphin, they are full of smart features, modern designs, and long battery life. But they also come with very high price tags. They are usually designed for people who can afford to spend a lot of money on a car. In many parts of the world, especially developing countries, these vehicles are so expensive that most people can't even dream of owning one. This is where the Mosvich 3E steps in. It's a car made not for luxury, but for real people. It's focused on the basics: dependability, good driving range, and a price that won't leave you in debt. Unlike other car makers who announce every new model with huge marketing campaigns, Mosvich introduced the 3E without much noise. There were no grand promises. Just a clear message that they've built an electric SUV for regular people. This car isn't loaded with fancy features. It's made to do what a car is supposed to do: get you where you need to go safely, efficiently, and without costing a fortune. This is the kind of electric vehicle that many people around the world have been waiting for. So, how did Mosvich manage to make such a car when big companies with more money and experience couldn't? The answer lies in their approach. While companies like Tesla often focus on rich customers who want high-end technology, Mosvich kept things simple. They designed the 3E with normal people in mind. They didn't try to make it a luxury car. Instead, they made it strong, reliable, and affordable. Take Tesla's Model 3, for example. It's seen as one of the more affordable Teslas, yet it still costs over $40,000. And if you want extra features like full self-driving, you'll have to pay even more. BYD, though cheaper than Tesla in some models, still offers cars at prices that are too high for many people, especially in regions where people earn less. That's where the Mosvich 3E really stands out. It costs much less than a Tesla or a BYD and still offers a strong performance. It has a battery range of 400 to 500 kilometers on a full charge. That's similar to what you get with some of the best electric vehicles available today. And while other companies often add expensive features like luxury interiors and smart systems, Mosvich skipped all of that. They focused only on what's necessary: a solid car that works well and lasts long. It's not trying to be futuristic. It's just trying to be useful, and it succeeds. This simple approach is what makes the Mosvich 3E so powerful. While others were busy making complicated cars for tech fans, Mosvich asked one important question: what do regular people really need in a car? The answer wasn't autopilot. It wasn't a giant touchscreen. It wasn't fancy lighting or self-parking. It was just a car that runs well, charges quickly, and doesn't cost too much. That's exactly what Mosvich has created. This new direction could completely shift the future of electric cars. For years, the industry has aimed at the wealthy. The Mosvich 3E is changing that. It's pushing the industry to think differently. People in countries with lower incomes now have a new option. They can finally consider buying an electric vehicle. This change could lead to a wave of demand for cars that are simple, affordable, and built for the average person. And as that demand grows, big companies may have to rethink their strategies. They might have to focus less on luxury and more on what people truly need. Think about what most EV companies highlight when they launch a new car. It's usually something flashy, self-driving, advanced AI, or futuristic designs. That's not always useful for everyday driving. Most people don't need their car to park itself. They don't need to control everything through a touchscreen. They just want a car that works, and works well. The Mosvich 3E proves that simplicity can be a strength. It doesn't come with too many distractions. Its dashboard is clear and easy to use. There aren't dozens of apps to learn or screens to manage. This makes the car less stressful to drive and more enjoyable for people who just want to focus on the road. The inside of the car is clean and strong. There's no unnecessary decoration. It's built to last. And that same approach is used in the exterior design. It looks tough and practical, not like a spaceship. It's a car made for daily life, not for showrooms. Many drivers don't need advanced technology. What they need is a car that they can rely on every day, that can handle long drives, and that doesn't need special attention. The Mosvich 3E was built with these drivers in mind. It proves that electric cars don't have to be expensive or complicated to be good. In fact, sometimes being simple is what makes a product stand out. Another big win for the Mosvich 3E is how it addresses global inequality in the electric car market. In rich countries, EVs are already common. But in other places, people are still driving older cars because EVs are too costly. That's not because they don't care about the environment or want to stay behind. It's because the current market simply doesn't offer options they can afford. The Mosvich 3E could be the bridge that helps these communities join the electric future. It's important to mention that even though the 3E is priced lower, it doesn't feel cheap. It offers real value. You get good driving range, sturdy build quality, and a product that's designed to last. You're not giving up performance. You're just not paying for features you don't need. That's what makes it different from other budget cars that often compromise on quality. The Mosvich 3E proves that it's possible to give people a good electric car at a fair price. If this approach works, it could change how other companies think. They may realize they've been focusing too much on the wrong things. Maybe people don't want 10 screens in their dashboard. Maybe they just want to know they'll get to work and back safely without spending a fortune. If more companies follow Mosvich's example, we might see a whole new category of electric vehicles, cars made for everyone, not just for the wealthy or tech lovers. In a way, the Mosvich 3E could be the start of a new kind of electric vehicle revolution, one that is not loud or showy, but quiet, practical, and deeply needed. It's a car that doesn't make promises it can't keep. It just does what it says it will. And in today's world, that's a rare and valuable thing. It shows us that the future of electric vehicles doesn't have to be about looking cool or being smarter than your neighbor's car. It can just be about making smart choices and giving people something they can actually use. As the electric vehicle world continues to grow, there will always be room for luxury, innovation, and high-tech gadgets. But there should also be room for cars like the Mosvich 3E cars that make clean transportation accessible to more people. That's how real change happens. Not just through amazing technology, but through practical solutions that everyone can benefit from. The Mosvich 3E has shown the world that you don't need to be the biggest or richest to make a difference. Sometimes, you just need to understand what people really need and build it without distractions. That's exactly what Russia has done with this electric SUV, and the impact could be much bigger than anyone expects. It may not be the flashiest EV out there, but it just might be the one that matters the most. The Mosvich 3E is an electric car made for people who want something simple, strong, and reliable. It's not filled with fancy features or complicated technology. Instead, it focuses on what really matters, being a car you can count on every day. From the outside, the Mosvich 3E looks tough and solid. It's built using strong and high-quality materials, which makes it perfect for people who want a vehicle that will last. This focus on strength continues inside the car too. The interior is clean, practical, and easy to use. There are no glowing lights, no big screens filled with endless options, and no flashy dashboard to distract the driver. Everything inside the car is designed to be simple and useful. The materials used in the cabin are strong and easy to clean. They are made to handle the dust, dirt, and wear that come with everyday use. This makes the car perfect for families, workers, and anyone who just wants something that works without problems. You don't need to be a tech expert to use the Mosvich 3E. Everything is placed where it should be, and it's all easy to understand. There's no need to scroll through 5 screens just to adjust the air conditioning or radio. You can just turn a knob or press a button. This idea of simplicity doesn't stop with the design. The way the Mosvich 3E drives is also straightforward. It's not a sports car and it's not trying to be one. It doesn't promise super fast speed or sharp turns. What it offers instead is a smooth and comfortable ride for people who need a car to take them from place to place. The steering is light and smooth, and the suspension is strong enough to handle different types of roads, whether you're driving in the city or heading out to the countryside. One of the most important things about the Mosvich 3E is that it's built for real life. Many electric cars are made for smooth roads and sunny weather, but not all roads are like that, especially in places like Russia. In Russia, the weather can be very cold, and roads are often bumpy, icy, or even just dirt paths. The Mosvich 3E is built to face these challenges. It's strong enough to handle snow, mud, and poor road conditions without any trouble. For many people living in rural areas or places with tough weather, this kind of ability isn't just nice to have, it's necessary. Another great thing about the Mosvich 3E is how fast it charges. A lot of electric cars take hours to charge, and this can be stressful for drivers, especially if charging stations are hard to find. But the Mosvich 3E can charge up to 80% in just 30 minutes. This means drivers can stop for a quick break and be ready to go again in no time. This fast charging makes it easier to take long trips without worrying about the battery running out. Mosvich understands that drivers want an electric car that's easy to use, and they built the 3E to meet that need. Now, let's talk about the way it drives. The Mosvich 3E is powered by a 193 horsepower electric motor, which gives it enough strength to climb hills, drive fast on highways, and handle daily city driving with ease. It doesn't jerk or shake when you press the pedal like some cheaper electric cars. Instead, it accelerates smoothly and quietly. The 3E feels like a car that's been built carefully, not something cheap or rushed. It feels like a car made to last for years. What makes the 3E special isn't just how strong or reliable it is, it's how it balances everything. It gives you good performance, solid driving range, comfort, and simplicity, all at the same time. And it does this without adding confusing technology or unnecessary features. That balance is the real reason why the Mosvich 3E could become a big name in the electric car world. When most people think about electric vehicles, they imagine sleek, high-tech cars driving quietly through city streets. Companies like Tesla and other luxury brands have created this image, making people believe that electric cars have to be futuristic and full of gadgets. But Mosvich is showing us that electric cars can be different. They don't have to be luxury items. They can be tough, practical, and ready for anything. The Mosvich 3E was not made for just smooth highways or nice weather. It was made for places where the road can disappear under snow, where the temperature drops far below freezing, and where a car needs to be strong enough to survive the worst conditions. In Russia, many roads are unpaved or in poor condition, and winters can be long and brutal. The Mosvich 3E is built to face all of this without breaking down. It's not just an electric vehicle, it's a vehicle made for survival. One of the key features of the Mosvich 3E is its all-wheel drive system. This gives it excellent grip on icy or muddy roads. If you're driving through snow or rain, the 3E stays steady and doesn't slip around. This is really important in places like Siberia, where snow can cover entire towns and roads can disappear under ice. With the Mosvich 3E, you don't need to worry about getting stuck or losing control. It's made to keep going when other cars stop. But why does this kind of toughness matter so much? Because the world isn't made up of perfect roads. Most people don't live in big cities with clean streets and perfect infrastructure. There are millions of drivers in rural areas, small towns, and remote regions who need a car that can handle whatever the road throws at it. They need a car that doesn't stop when the road ends. That's exactly what the Mosvich 3E offers. The Mosvich 3E doesn't just survive in rough conditions, it actually performs well. It can go from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 8 seconds, which is pretty fast for a vehicle built to be tough. It's not just built to get through rough roads, it's made to enjoy the drive while doing it. The handling is responsive, and the ride feels stable and comfortable, even when the road is bumpy. The high ground clearance helps the car go over rocks, mud, and uneven surfaces without damage. This mix of power and ruggedness makes the 3E very special. It's not trying to be the fastest or most high-tech car, it's trying to be the most dependable. And that's exactly what many people are looking for. Whether you're commuting to work in the city or heading out to the mountains on the weekend, the 3E can handle it all. And it doesn't make you give up comfort or ease of use to get that toughness. What really makes the 3E different is the thinking behind it. Mosvich didn't just want to build another electric car, they wanted to build something that people actually need. Instead of focusing on screens, voice controls, or self-driving systems, they focused on building a car that works in real life. They understood that not everyone wants to pay for features they won't use. Many drivers just want a car that is reliable, affordable, and ready for any kind of road. The Mosvich 3E was designed with these people in mind. It was built not to compete with luxury electric cars but to offer something those expensive models often forget: durability in the real world. Not everyone lives in a city with smooth roads and easy access to charging stations. But everyone should be able to drive an electric car that works for them. The Mosvich 3E is making that possible. The price of the Mosvich 3E is another reason it stands out. Most electric vehicles cost a lot of money, especially those with strong batteries and high performance. But the 3E starts at just $20,000. And even at that price, it still gives you a driving range of 400 to 500 kilometers on a full charge. That puts it in the same range category as much more expensive cars. Plus, it supports fast charging, which means you can charge most of the battery in just 30 minutes. That's a feature you'd expect from a luxury vehicle, but it's available here at a budget price. While other companies are busy adding more and more tech, Mosvich has chosen to keep things simple and focus on the basics: good range, smooth performance, strong build, and easy controls. The 3ES motor delivers smooth acceleration, and its all-wheel drive means it stays safe and steady, even when the weather or the roads aren't great. In a market full of expensive electric cars, the Mosvich 3E is something different. It proves that you don't have to spend a fortune to get a great electric vehicle. It's changing the idea that electric cars are only for the rich or for people who live in big cities. It's a wake-up call to the entire industry. So, what does the Mosvich 3E mean for the future of electric cars? It shows that there's a big group of drivers who have been left out of the EV conversation until now. People who want something affordable, reliable, and practical. Mosvich listened to them and created a car that fits their needs. And now, the big question is, will other automakers do the same? Will companies like Tesla, BYD, and others notice what Mosvich has done and start making electric cars that more people can afford? Or will they keep focusing on adding more expensive features that only a few people want or need? The Mosvich 3E has started something new, and the whole world is watching to see what happens next. With the 3E, Mosvich has shown that electric cars don't need to be filled with gadgets or cost a fortune. They can be smart, strong, and made for real people. And that's what could make the 3E a true game changer. It's not just a car, it's a sign that the EV world is changing. Are the big players ready to catch up, or will they get left behind? Thanks for watching. Keep it and stay tuned for more interesting stories. Like and subscribe our channel. Have a good day.